Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Annie, this is Stanley, and we're here to talk about books. And for today's video, we're going to be picking the books that I plan to read in December, coming towards the end of the year. And it also feels like I'm coming towards the end of my main reading challenge, Herkyard 2.0, hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I've still got 30 or 40 books to go. It just feels like I'm, coming to the end somehow, which is clearly not true. Anyway, so I do feel as if I need to focus on that, but I also think I'm going to use my robot TBR prompt jar to add some interest and randomness into the mix. But first of all, let's make some tea. Tea drawers are full again, which is as it should be. So here we go. 2 and 12 is 14. So that'll be green cucumber. Okay. Haven't had this one for a while. It's always very refreshing and slightly unusual. Good old past me has already boiled the kettle. Green cucumber. Lovely stuff. So now that we've got our tea, which is always an important accompaniment to reading in my view, I guess we should get straight to it and head over to the book flaps to see what my December TBR has in store. So here we are at the book flaps. I have my priority Herkyard hardest reading challenge you'll ever do books in my pile, and also the shelves. Stanley's got the robot TBR prompt jar ready. And as I said, yeah, I am keen to get to the Herkyard books if I can, but also happy to have some other stuff coming into the TBR, because variety is the spice of life, as they say, and these books have been neglected for a while now. So we'll see what happens. Put our fate in the hands of the robot TBR jar. Oh, orange. Say words only on the cover. Not sure I'm going to have one in here for that, but I'm going to have to check the spreadsheet. So, words only on the cover. Not very many of those. Oh, okay. Some interesting options. Oh, interesting. Yeah, none of them are Herkyard books. But I have Where Rainbows End, which technically I guess has a signpost on the cover. Well, that was inevitable. Robot down! Thanks for the memory has hearts and a person and some doors, so I don't know what I was thinking there. Blue Monday. Where's that? Oh, Stanley's gonna get a haircut. There's Blue Monday. Well, I mean, that's technically got the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben on it. Can't check the Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies or the Bird's Nest because they are audiobooks or ebooks. But there's also, it suggests the Historian has got it's got 2 drops of blood. I don't know that I really want to read that at the moment. I think I'm going to have a look at the other ones and come back on this one. Give me a moment. Okay, so I think the only one that actually only has words on the cover from the list that I have that says that on here is The Bird's Nest by Shirley Jackson. There is also Dinner at the Homesick Restaurant, which I was meant to read in October and didn't get round to. So I could stick that back on the TBR. Okay, let's do that because I failed to read it in October, so I should put it back on since it was on the TBR, so we'll put it back on the TBR. So we'll do that. And Tyler, back on the TBR. Okay. I think I'm just going to use the catapulting of the TBR jar as a way to self-select some of the lower down prompts and not pick up the ones that are on the floor. So that was one, and that's not a Herkyed book, but that's fine. So, red one. I'll put that down there this time. Easy read. Oh, interesting. What's an easy read in the Herkyed books? Ah, okay, that one probably. Yes, okay, that's an easy choice. So, I think Our Holiday by Louise Candlish. It's a thriller, so it's probably going to be an easy read. It's about Charlotte and Perry going on holiday to Cliff View, gorgeous holiday home. Rising tide of resentment towards second homeowners heading their way. Criminal damage becomes something more menacing. Families and friendships will be torn apart. So it doesn't sound like a very jolly book, but I think it will be an easy read. And that is a Herkyed book because it's doing the quote, fear is the price of our instrument, which is my quote for Herkyed. And that's doing the hour for that. So that's cool. That's 2. Oh, I should also say the conclusion of the Magical Readathon Adventures in Eldia. I have reached the end of the map, and I had last month gathered a crowd at the tavern to hear my band, and now I'm doing the performance of my band with my imps, and there's a massive, awesome gig that we do together, which results in songs being sung about us, which is cool. And for that, I have to find a book that I've heard is humorous. And that was an easy pick from the Herkyed pile because in the adaptation square, I have to find a classic that has been reworked as a comic or a graphic novel. And I found a graphic novel version of The Importance of Being Earnest, which is the text of the play, but with graphic novel, which I think sounds awesome. So that's definitely going on the pile to complete the adaptation square for Herkyed, because it's definitely humorous, because I have seen it multiple times and I do think it is very funny. So that's that. So third prompt from the jar. Let's go for a green one. No, that's not green, it's blue. Random number on physical TBR. Well, we know what happened last month when we got Dave to pick random numbers. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Not quite sure how I'm going to work this out, actually. I don't think I actually need the spreadsheet. So I have to count how many books I've got. That was 47, but I need to take 3 out because there's 2 sequels and a spin-off. So it's 44. Okay, so random number between 1 and 44. And I'm going to start with the Hurt Kid books, and then I'm going to go along the shelf, along the top, along the shelf, and along the top. So, gosh, this one's getting complicated. Random number generator. Min 1, max 44. So, can we see that? What's that say? 11. Oh, it's not going to be in the Hurt Kid pile. That's disappointing. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Marble Collector by Cecilia Ahern. Realised, didn't put these back in. The ones that I took off about the words. Never mind. We are where we are. It was still random. Marble Collector by Cecilia Ahern. Sabrina Boggs stumbles upon a mysterious collection of her father's belongings. Single day, she has to search for answers about the man she thought she knew. That sounds like one of the types of Cecilia Ahern books that I really enjoy. So I will look forward to that. Okay, we need to get some more Hurt Kid. Well, I said it didn't matter. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 books. So we'll do 2 more. This time I do want a green one. I can't get it. No, that's blue again. Very difficult to see in this light. That's green. Okay. Non-fiction, excellent. Non-fiction. Normally I wouldn't have that enthusiastic reaction to reading non-fiction, but I've got non-fiction in here that I need to get to. First one to hand, The Notebook, A History of Thinking on Paper. I've been putting this off. Simple act of moving pen across paper has been our most valuable tool for thinking for 800 years. Absorbing, wholly original, reveals the surprising and profound influence that blank pages have had on art, science, our past and our future. I think this sounds amazing, and other people have told me that it's amazing, and then I bought it and I looked at it, and it's got very small text and it looks very academic, but I'm going to give it a try. Hurt Kid non-fiction section, Notebook. Awesome. One more. So I want a yellow one, because I've had all of the other colours. Where are the yellow ones? Down at the bottom. There we go. What does it say? Cursive title font. Excellent. Ooh, that one would count. That one does not. That one would count. That one does not. That one does not. And those do not. I think I'm going to go for The Island of Eternal Love by Dana Javiano, which is Cuban, I think, set in Cuba. Cecilia is looking into the history of her family. She meets someone who spins a powerful story of long-vanished epochs, 3 families from far-flung pieces of the world whose connections form the kind of family that Cecilia has long been missing. I think there's romance in this. I think there may actually be supernatural stuff in this. I think there might be ghosts in this. I'm not sure. That's how I picked it originally, for the spooky creatures, spirits, and also the South America. But I've filled both of those squares with other things. So I can't remember what this one is going to be filling for Hurt Kid, but it will still fill something. Hispanic heritage, that's it. So I am looking forward to this. This is one of my most recent acquisitions. Okay, so I think that'll do for now. I'll be a bit circumspect because it's December, lots going on, and the November TBR was quite huge. So I think I'll leave it there for now. Well, I think that was a pretty good selection, pretty varied. I'm quite excited to be getting to some of these before the end of the year. And yeah, very happy with this. It's good to know that when I'm coming maybe towards the end of the Hercule Challenge, that there is still some interesting and exciting books that I'm keen to get to, and I haven't just left all of the unappealing ones to the end. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Do feel free to let me know in the comments what is coming up on your December TBR, if you think you're likely to get exciting books for Christmas, if that's what your friends and family focus on for presents for you. I know mine do, which is awesome. If there's any books in particular you really feel you need to get to before the end of 2025. And yes, I will let you know how I get on with these in a future video. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.